city plans. Yeah, so it's kind of a level, okay, my words are not coming out of my mouth. Concept. Yes, it's a level concept. Indeed, it's a city plan, as he says. Here line version, here colored version. Let's open this in a new tab. So,
It looks really pretty good.
yeah, it's looking pretty good. I mean, it's of course good enough quality to be a concept, though some people, I think actually one guy, let's see, yeah, Endo Perez here, he pretty much...
Opera has kind of ripped on him.
No, I mean, it's constructive criticism, and I basically agree with every point he has. It doesn't do well as a level concept because of what he said, that, you know, the scale is a bit off. It doesn't really make sense everywhere and stuff like that. And I'm kind of wondering about the water. It would be hard to make this into an Overgrowth level since they have no support for water. It can perhaps look kind of like water, not very much like water though, and you won't be able to splash around in it or anything like that. So just that will be kind of hard.
Maybe it could be a dried up canal system or something.
Yeah, but you know, obviously there is water here, so it's not very dried up right now.
Yeah, I remember seeing a hint at water when I was going through all the shaders in the folders. I saw like a water decal or something.
Well, they talked about wanting to do it, but it's they don't want to do it if they can't get the physics right, and they're worried that it's going to take too much time for something that is not going to be a main feature of gameplay.
Well, I think they should have it in one form or another.
Yeah,
Even if you can't interact with it, at least have it in the game.
Yeah.
I mean, they could add, for example, you know, like small sources of water, small water sources, like a small kind of river kind of thing, but not large enough for you to walk in it. Just a very, very small stream of water, stuff like that. Like very small stuff, but if they add like deep water that you're supposed to be able to swim in, they need to add, you know, physics for that, and they need to, you know, make animations and all that kind of stuff, so it'll just be lots of work to add it, and it won't really add a whole lot, because gameplay in water, you know, they need to make gameplay for water as well if they add it, so...
Exactly.
Yeah, perhaps off in the distance or something, I don't know, I'm sure...
And it could probably also be moddable, I would imagine, as everything seems to be.
Yeah, totally, I think it could be modded, at least when they add the... hotspot stuff and stuff like that. You could just add an area, and then when you enter it, there's like a sploosh thing, and when you're inside of it, there's like some kind of post-process effect or something. I'm sure someone can figure it out if they just give us the tools to do it.
Yeah. Well, and, you know, I mean, the truth of the matter is that David, when he was doing Lugaru 2 way back in the day, he had done some very cool lighting effects in water and things, so I know that he could do it if he took the time, so...
Yeah.
Well.
I mean, he totally could do it. It's just, you know, the time. I'd rather have the game, like, how long could water take to do properly? Like 2 months or something? Since he's just one guy. 1 or 2 months?
I really don't know. You know, knowing David, it could take 6 months.
Yeah, perhaps. I don't know. Well, anyways... It's kind of a cool concept, but I mean, it does kind of well as, you know, a basic concept for a level. Like, I want a path up there, I want a waterfall there, I want the city to be there, and like kind of like this. But he totally needs to elaborate a bit on exactly how large everything is in comparison, and how everything exactly is supposed to look and stuff like that. So yeah, pretty cool. In any case.
Yep.
Next we have a image made by Wild Boar OG. Simple sunset scene made with Blender, suitable desktop background image. And he says that more is coming soon, so let's open this in a new tab right there. This is looking very cool, actually. I like this. It's got that kind of nice... what's that called? Perspective... Oh man, I'm forgetting my words. I know what this is called. Atmospheric perspective.
Silhouette.
Atmospheric perspective. That's what it's called. I'm pretty sure it's called atmospheric perspective.
Okay.
Like for the mountains and stuff, making it look kind of 3D-ish. And yeah, yes, as you said as well, silhouette stuff, rabbit stuff, awesome stuff, sun stuff, just cool stuff in general. What do you guys think about it?
I like it.
Yeah.
It's nice, mountain relief. I really like the details. You have to kind of fill in and use your imagination in the black spots. There could be a wolf down there. You never know.
Yeah, totally. Feel like 10 wolves down there.
But yeah, I always like backgrounds that are solid colors, so it's easy for me to find all my icons on it. You know.
Yeah, I agree. And in general, it's just looking awesome. Though I think it should be larger. Since it's a 3D rendering and stuff, he could make it larger so that it would be sharp if I used it, for instance. Because this, I mean, does anyone have a screen this small? What is this?
No.
It's like super duper small.
I guess it just stretch.
Yeah, it goes blurry.
It's pretty tiny compared to my screen. So
You have like squint. Is there an image there? No, well, anyways, cool image. Cool image. Looking forward to seeing more stuff from this guy, especially since it's made in Blender and stuff. It's kind of a totally different way of doing things compared to the other people here in the fan art thread.
right.
At least most other people. And that's all for this week for the fan art thread. So pretty cool stuff. Hoping to see more fan art next week. Next up we have the training course map by Zed. So I'm going to switch to Anton's stream because he's going to show you that map. Plop. Pushing the button. I see blackness.
Uh-oh.
And I hear music. And I see
We
picture.
hear music.
There we go.
Yay.
We're done.
All right. So I haven't played through this since he apparently updated it, so we'll have to see how it goes. But yeah, you used to be able to cheat right here, so way to fix that. And oops, I right-clicked. Sorry, I have my weird trailer music for the action music. And I always skip the balance beam, sorry.
I mean, if you ain't gonna do it, then why should you?
So, and of course we can keep going on, but I think that Zed wanted us to show off his hidden weapon. If you go up another level, here's a broadsword that we can now bring with us.
Sweet.
Oh, and I fell too far. I didn't want to do that.
It's actually really nice that he's starting to use the swords and stuff, since it's actually useful now.
Yes. We'll see if I can get back up here. This is kind of embarrassing.
Well, at least you got this far. I didn't even realize you're supposed to jump through the window. I feel like a total noob.
So there we go. We're back up, and there's some cool wall jumping stuff here, which I like. I like that he added in these pillars to force you to jump from side to side.
Yeah, it's a nice idea.
And the arrow says, "Let's go back." And then we have this another long wall jump that we have to flip off of. And here we are. We're at the top. We have a sword. We're feeling good. Oh, and there's a wolf. Goodbye.
Shrink.
So, and then he kind of has this cool, it looks like the fire symbol surrounded it in swords or something. It kind of reminds me of this movie, Lord of Illusions, where this guy did this magic trick and had a bunch of swords fall into him. So, unfortunately you don't die or get impaled if you fall on them, so...
Yeah.
It reminds me of the... It kind of reminds me of the spike line pit in the Mortal Kombat movie.
Yeah. Apparently Tanya Vec agrees with you.
Mm-hmm.
I died.
Yeah, I want hotspots and stuff, so that you can make it so that you die if you if you touch something, stuff like that. Hotspot
Yeah.
support would be cool.
I want to get impaled on spikes.
Yeah, totally. Like, who wouldn't want to? It would bring
Extra
this.
visceral.
It would bring the levels to a whole new level. Lol, pun or something.
Love puns.
Yeah, this little bug is nice.
Oh, whoa. That's
is
funny.
If you now restart the level, then it stays this way. However, if I release right click, then the sword falls. Oh,
Yeah.
we need to be the where's the civilian? There we go.
Yeah. So we should move on to Last's Blood mod, because you're
Absolutely.
right there hitting that guy. So Last released a Blood mod that we took a look at last week, but he updated it this week for Alpha 130, and let's read here. So he made a new Blood mod for this week's Alpha. It uses his own particle, his own particle XML files. So cutting third particles don't change. That's nice. So you don't need to worry about your files messing up when you're using it. In hand-to-hand
Right.
combat, blood should only occur when you get a critical hit. Sword now has a blood particle which will make splatters to the ground. But I think... No, it didn't make splatters to the ground before, did it? The blood. The original blood for the sword.
No, I don't think it did. Unfortunately, there's some sort of issue with this top level on the map where the blood to the ground is not showing up. Let's see, maybe I'll go spawn a character on the ground and I can show off what that looks like.
Do it.
Oh, come on.
Can't you grab that ledge?
Alright. Not when you're holding a sword.
Oh, right.
That's my problem.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, well, that's the downside of using the right hand, the right click button for both ledge grabs and holding a weapon.
Well, it
So
makes
we'll
sense. You shouldn't really be able to grab a ledge with a sword in your hand.
True.
Yeah.
We'll just load a couple characters in here. Let's do 3 guys, just for fun.
Just because your computer can handle it? Oh, yeah.
And, oh, they're not going to attack me as a civilian, so let's play as Rabbit.
Rabbit is evil.
So as you can see, we get blood splatters on the ground, and there you go. It makes this sword a very satisfying, crunchy... I don't know, crunchy's not a good adjective, but splatterific.
Yeah, splitterific. And I find the hand-to-hand combat becomes much more awesome because when you hit someone hard, you get blood, and if they hit something hard when they fall, or if you hit something hard, there will be blood as well. So that's, all cool stuff. So I said that before, that I really like this mod. It adds a bit to the game, though I feel like David will probably make his own stuff that will be probably much better than this, since he's a professional programmer and stuff like that. But meanwhile, this is a very, very cool mod.
Yep, it's fun to have a little temporary mod in here to, to really sort of get that feeling.
Yeah.
I kind of wish that the blood would remain even if you restart when you revive the characters. I wish that there was a way to keep it there so you could sort of continually add to the,
Yeah, it's actually possible to do that. You can just change it in the script. You just comment a line in the script, the line that resets the decals. But I don't think that would be good, because most people's computers would start dying after a while.
Oh, I see.
Because the decals...
I guess that's one of the reasons the footprints haven't shown up yet.
Yeah, I think you should add the footprints in, but just make